So let me show you an amazing sidechain bass line I made for a new track. What is a sidechain bass line even, and how does it sound, and how to make it with an existing synth preset. Very easy, very quick, so that you can do it on your own track with your existing bass line. So let's look a little bit into the synthesis of this. So we have a normal bass patch, but we removed the automation of the cutoff. So the cutoff is basically static now. So we set the cutoff in a way that it ends around 1K. Because if you put it like this, it just won't sound good because the filter is not kind of like moving and closing. We have too many like high frequencies. So that's the first very important thing here. And the second one is you need to make your notes long enough if you plan to do longer notes than 16th notes, so that your bass still has some leeway here in envelope 1 to have enough volume. And that's it actually. That's kind of like how you tweak a normal bass set to become like a longer bass set which you can use for the sidechain bass. And the second step is really easy as well. So we just need to place like an LFO here, and we wanna basically fake a sidechain here to the kick. And I tried this actually also with a compressor, but I found it doesn't sound so good. It sounds a bit wobbly. And what you usually want to have in a trance bass that is really kind of like stable. And that's why the LFO tool is way better for achieving this. Obviously, you can also use other tools like a shaper box, or there's plenty of those. You could actually do this here in automation with utility or something as well, or by bouncing it to audio and drawing it in with the volume envelope or whatever you get. Doesn't really matter. The only thing is you want to carve this for the kick here out and make it like really nicely aligned with the kick, and you want to kind of add a little fade towards the end to avoid any kind of clicks. So the bass alone sounds like this. And when we switch off the LFO tool here, so it's mostly the sound, but this kind of like adds this kind of like movement to it, which really makes it a dope kick and bass in my opinion. It's really important because maybe you're watching this video, but we might never see again because YouTube recommends you stuff, and then if you don't subscribe, sometimes the connection is lost forever. And even if you are subscribed, you're not getting all the videos if you don't have activated that bell icon. That's really important. And then we can add other stuff to make it more interesting. So for example, I added this little redux here in the end. There's like an automation here on the chorus pitch here in the end. I have like a longer bass note, the end of the section. You can also go into the MIDI and have here modulation in there. So for example, there's like a pitch bend on this note here, makes this roomp thing. You can also play with the filter. So for example, you could have maybe things like this. Leave me in the comments if you discover a cool bass, not just like a melody, but like a cool processing or something of a bass in a track. Then I can have a look at it if I like it and if I know how to do that, and can show you that in another video. And if you want to download the LFO tool setup, I will save it as a preset and put it for my newsletter subscribers. So you can click the link down there, hit up the newsletter and download it there if you're not too late. So this stuff changes all the time, and once it's gone forever.